Now this is the specimen of large intestine. As you can appreciate here, this is the large intestine. This is the cecum of large intestine, ascending colon, right colic flexure, transverse colon, left colic flexure, descending colon, and the sigmoid colon. These are the parts of large intestine. So now we will study the gross features of large intestine. To study the gross features, we will study three main features of large intestine. What are they? These are studied by a mnemonics called HAT. HAT stands for Hostrations, Appendices Epiploicae, and Tinea coli. Now what are hostrations? Now you can identify and see here the texture of large intestine. There are sacculations in the texture of large intestine. As you can see here, sac-like formations. These are called sacculations. These sacculations are also called hostrations. So this saccular appearance of large intestine are called hostrations. The first feature is hostrations. Other is A for appendices epiploicae. What are appendices epiploicae? These are the projecting pouches of peritoneum. These are the projecting pouches of peritoneum. As you can see here, you can appreciate here, these are the projecting pouches of peritoneum. All these projecting pouches of peritoneum, which are mainly filled with fat, these are called appendices epiploicae. Projecting pouch of peritoneum mainly filled with fat are appendices epiploicae. So these are more in transverse colon and the sigmoid colon. These are more in transverse colon and in the sigmoid colon. So these are the appendices epiploicae. And we have third main feature, T. T stands for Tinea coli. As you can see here, there is a ribbon-like band. I hope you may appreciate it here. There is a ribbon-like band extending from the root of appendix, which is extending from the root of appendix throughout the length of large intestine. This ribbon-like band is called Tinea coli. This is called Tinea coli. What is Tinea coli? It is the thickening of longitudinal muscle, and there are 3 rows of Tinea coli running across the length of large intestine. So in the ascending colon, descending colon, and sigmoid colon, we have anterior, posteromedial, and posterolateral tinea. And in the transverse colon, we have anterior, posterior, and superior. We have anterior, posterior, and superior rows of Tinea coli. So Tinea coli are nothing. These are the thickening of longitudinal muscle of large intestine. So these are the 3 main features which we study for the gross features of, or the gross study of large intestine. These are studied by a mnemonics HAT. HAT stands for hostrations. Why there are hostrations or sacculations on the wall of large intestine? Because the tinea, the length of tinea is short as compared to the inner muscular coat of large intestine. Because of the short length of tinea, the wall is thrown into sac-like formations. These are called sacculations or hostrations. So you may find the various sacculations and hostrations on the wall of large intestine. The first feature is hostrations. Second, we have discussed appendices epiploicae, which are the projecting pouches of peritoneum mainly filled with fat. Third is Tinea coli. Tinea coli is the thickening of longitudinal muscles. So this is all about the gross features of large gut. And we have worm-like diverticulum which lies on the posteromedial aspect of cecum, Now this is the ileocecal junction. This is the terminal part of ileum and this is cecum. This is called ileocecal junction. So this is all about large gut.